Stories help the mind to travel miles, see places, and gain new experiences. At Joave Media, we tell your stories in the most brilliant way using state of the art equipment. Our range of services include documentaries, TV commercials, TV series, movie productions, television production, photography, music videos, drone services, graphics design, and many more. Contact us on 024 760 3028 or email joavemedia@gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Joave Media will deliver your desire.
Alright, what's up people out there? What's up GH? What's up Africa? And what's up the world? It's your boy Ricky Fem and it's the test. Yeah, finally, I am here to tell you that within the apartment, yeah, I know you've waited for so long and you've been wondering when I will show you within the apartment. I'm here to break the good news to you that within the apartment is showing on Joe Eve TV online on the 19th of September 2020. You don't want to get it twisted, you don't want to miss it for anything. And one most important thing about this is that you get to be part of the show because there's going to be in-depth studio interactions within the apartment is showing on the 19th of September 2020, exactly 3 p.m. Yeah, 3 p.m. on the dot, going on Joe Eve TV online. You don't want to get it twisted, you don't want to miss it. Charlie, if you miss out, wait till you gain. You got to make it time and watch within the apartment.
It's a beautiful Sunday, viewers, and we are back in the studios of Joave TV from Joave Media. Hey, where we deliver your desire. Welcome once again, and it is the Father's Lounge show where we inspire men onto responsible fatherhood. Hey, thank God for a new month, and we've just entered into September, and like they say, when you always hear the ba months, it means that Christmas is just around the corner. You see that thing? Aha. And so, as we prepare for Christmas, maybe it's too early. No, it's not too early. Because today, we are treating another health condition. Just like last week we did, we are continuing with our health series, Living Healthily. And today, our doctor, Dr. Ikem, is in the studios with us to take us through another important health condition that men or fathers face, that is diabetes. So if you want to know more about it, stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this commercial break and we will be zooming into action. My name is William Iswansepa Prodigy 1. As always, your host. And I'm ready and I'm ever excited to come your way on this prestigious television station. And so, it's time to call that sister, to call that friend and say, Daddy, it's Father's Lounge time. See you soon.
Alright, what's up people out there? What's up GH? What's up Africa? And what's up the world? It's your boy Ricky Fem and it's the test. Yeah, finally, I am here to tell you that within the apartment, yeah, I know you've waited for so long and you've been wondering when I will show you within the apartment. I'm here to break the good news to you that within the apartment is showing on Joe Eve TV online on the 19th of September 2020. You don't want to get it twisted, you don't want to miss it for anything. And one most important thing about this is that you get to be part of the show because there's going to be in-depth studio interactions within the apartment is showing on the 19th of September 2020, exactly 3 p.m. Yeah, 3 p.m. on the dot, going on Joe Eve TV online. You don't want to get it twisted, you don't want to miss it. Charlie, if you miss out, wait till you gain. You got to make it time and watch within the apartment.
Viewers, you welcome back from that commercial break, and we are always glad to come your way. If you just tuned in, we are watching the Father's Lounge show, and on this show, we always inspire men onto responsible fatherhood. Today, we want to take a look at a serious health condition. Mind you, we're still discussing living healthily. You understand? So, last week, we had our first share of our discussion, and Doc was here. Today, we want to take a look at another health condition that is bedeviling men, especially fathers, to say. And so, mind you, we will soon be celebrating Christmas, and many of us are going to be doing all the killing of animals, those who be killing cattle, and those who be doing the fowls and all of that. So, as you are eating and celebrating Christmas, you must eat healthily. And so, Doc is here to run us through the whole thing, the whole condition, to give us a better understanding. So, Doc, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, William.
It's been a while after the last time we recorded.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
How is the family doing?
We're all fine by His grace.
We bless God.
And yours?
We are fine.
Thank God.
Divine selection.
Amen. Amen.
Doc, today we want to discuss diabetes. In our local parlance, we say esitre yare. I think that in Gantu is the same as sikli mini.
Sikli hela.
Sikli hela. So, what at all is diabetes?
Okay, so I'm continuing with the series as
Yes,
you've noted.
we are just
discussed
continuing as a part
hypertension
two,
the last time.
just as we promised our viewers. Yes.
And we are continuing with diabetes.
Yes.
So diabetes forms part of what I'll term the lifestyle diseases.
Okay.
So as I mentioned earlier on, as lifestyles change, we are becoming more sedentary. Some of these diseases are increasing.
Okay.
And they are becoming more common in the country. So it's very important that we talk about it and as often as possible.
Sure.
Diabetes, as our local name suggests, in simple terms, it means that there's too much sugar in your blood.
Too much sugar in the blood.
Yes, but it is not as simple as that.
Okay.
But it helps to understand that when you have diabetes, it means that there's too much sugar in the blood.
Okay.
You should know that everybody has sugar in the blood.
All right.
But it is the level at which it is dangerous or it's not healthy is when you have a clinical condition that is called diabetes. So you can either have too much sugar in your blood or you can have too little. Or you can have the normal range.
All right.
So in diabetes, you have too much sugar in your blood. So that is what diabetes is.
Okay. So at that point where you have discovered or you've been informed that you have too much blood, too much sugar in your blood, what does it mean? I mean, to the ordinary man.
So you ask very good questions because that's how we should explain things to people. If I tell someone that you have too much sugar in the blood, it doesn't mean anything to the
Exactly. It doesn't mean, I mean, the level of sugar he's been taking in should reduce.
Exactly.
How should the layman interpret that?
Exactly. So in order to interpret that, they need to first understand, in my opinion,
Okay.
how does sugar enter the blood.
Okay.
If someone is able to understand how sugar enters the blood, then they can be equipped and empowered to do something about it to some extent. Every time we eat, the body needs fuel to operate.
Okay.
I'm sure you know if you're hungry right now,
Yes.
you run around and go and look for something to
I
eat.
tell you.
And if, let's say, you're fasting, I mean, you're a spiritual guy, so I know you can do long fast, but if you go beyond a certain point, you notice that you start to feel dizzy, you may get headaches, you may be sweating.
Yes.
So all these are signs your body is telling you that you need to quickly get something to eat.
At times, even early in the morning, when you've
People
not had
get
your
that.
breakfast.
Yes, and sometimes you call it kitten, right? So these are all signs
Okay.
that your blood sugar is going low.
It's going
so
low.
God in His own wisdom has given your body
Indicator.
indicators
Okay.
to tell you that go and eat something. So sugar is good, food
Okay.
is good.
Okay.
If you remember from science, integrated science at least, there are food groups.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can tell me some.
Our normal
So
food,
like carbohydrates,
the proteins, the
fat. So that's
Okay.
good. So these are the broad food groups that we have. Now the carbohydrates in particular, when we eat carbohydrates, there are different types of carbohydrates,
Okay.
if I should put it that way. We call some complex and then some more simple.
Okay.
So
So
the
complex carbohydrates and simple carbohydrates.
complex starches, simple
Okay.
sugars.
Okay.
So something like sugar,
Okay.
granulated sugar. If you go down to the basics, it's called sucrose. I don't want to go
Sucrose.
into too much, but it's more simple than say starch.
Okay.
So your yam, your plantain, things like that.
Okay.
But your yam and your plantain, your fufu, your rice, all these are starches,
They are
belong
all
to the
starch.
carbohydrate food group.
Carbohydrate family.
After you eat, if you remember the process of digestion, you see the food, your mouth begins to water, you put it in your mouth, you chew. All this is breaking the food down.
You're letting me salivate already.
I'm sorry about that.
Eh.
You can imagine that if I eat yam right now, it's not the yam that will be, it won't be the same yam
The
in
same
my
yam
system.
in your stomach. Okay.
Exactly. So the body is going to work on it to make it into a fuel
Okay.
that the body can use. So glucose is the fuel that the body can use.
Okay.
So your sugar, your fufu, all is broken down into glucose.
To that simple
That
state.
simple state that the
Okay.
body can absorb.
Can now absorb. Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Similarly, the fats and oils too are broken down. The proteins are broken
Proteins,
down
okay.
to amino acids.
Okay.
And then the fats and oils are also broken down to simpler forms.
Okay.
But our main focus for now is on the carbohydrates.
Okay.
So the simple form of that is glucose.
Okay.
So that glucose in the blood is what we measure as saying that your blood sugar is normal,
Oh.
high, or low.
Okay. Okay.
But the story goes even beyond that.
Okay.
In order for the body to make use of that glucose, we need a special chemical,
Okay.
which is called insulin.
Insulin.
Yes, it's produced by an organ in the body called the pancreas.
Pancreas. Okay.
Yes, so this insulin is very key in understanding diabetes.
Okay.
Without insulin, you will not be able to make use of the food that you've eaten.
Oh.
So
Okay.
that is the genesis of one of the forms of diabetes that we have,
Oh. Okay.
where
Okay.
people have a problem with their pancreas, and therefore the insulin that should make them absorb the glucose
Okay.
is not there.
Okay.
So their blood sugar goes very high.
Okay, so I'm just trying to understand the whole concept very well. So after you have put in your fufu, because I like fufu very well.
Right?
Now, the body obviously cannot work with that fufu in that state.
The state is the same.
Yes. That muscle that you
Yes.
put into your body cannot work with it.
Yeah.
So the body now has to churn it into that smaller state.
Starting with your teeth.
Starting with your teeth, you
Yeah,
break it down
break it
depending on
down.
the food you are eating.
Yes.
And some of us don't chew fufus. I think some people do.
Yes, yeah.
So when it gets into the stomach, now the stomach must now turn it into that glucose.
You are doing very well for an art student.
It must now turn it into that glucose.
Yeah.
Now the body cannot.
The stomach helps in the process.
In the processing, yes. Now the body cannot still use that glucose until insulin transports it
Into the cells.
into the cells. So the insulin is like a transporter,
Very good. A facilitator.
a facilitator.
It's like a visa.
Okay.
You've traveled. You are going to the Bahamas. You've arrived there.
Okay.
But without your visa,
Well,
they'll just send
exactly.
you back
Okay. So it's
Exactly.
the insulin that now picks it from the stomach or wherever it
from
is
the airport
into
the
the blood
country.
cells.
Very good.
For it now to give you the
For the
energy
body, exactly.
you need to work
To
with.
do exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So it means that if this, so like you are saying, if just one part of it,
That's that's the basis for one kind of diabetes.
one kind of, because I tried to do some research into it and I realized we have type 1, type 2 diabetes.
Very good. So the basis of type 1 diabetes
Okay.
is the insulin not being there.
Being there.
Because the organ that produces insulin is damaged.
Okay. Not being there at all, or probably it's
Not being
level.
there at all.
Okay.
Not being there at all.
Okay.
So that's type 1 diabetes.
Oh.
And that can happen at any age.
Okay.
But you tend to see it in children a lot. So children can have diabetes.
Children can have diabetes.
Yes, children can have diabetes.
It means their pancreas is not
Exactly.
there, or it's not
The pancreas
producing,
is there,
but
but
it's not-
something has damaged the cells in the pancreas that produce the insulin.
Okay.
So
okay.
they cannot produce their own insulin.
Doesn't mean it can be attended to at that early age since they are
If it is detected early,
Okay.
it can be managed. There's insulin available on the market. So that's like one of the drugs we use to treat diabetes.
Okay.
It's just that it's an injection, so they have to inject the insulin.
Insulin.
Yes.
So this time around you are being given artificial insulin, or
Yes, because your body can't produce the insulin.
So you must be going for that injection frequently.
Yes, they teach them how to inject.
Oh,
They
okay.
teach the parents, as the children get older, they teach the children,
Okay.
and they go for regular reviews. Yeah, so it's real. These are the issues on the ground.
Viewers, if you can eat the food you are eating and you don't have to go for any injection and your all the parts in your body are working perfectly, thank God, okay? Because some people are being injected with insulin. They have to be constantly injecting themselves with
Every day.
every
Every
oh
day.
no, it's not like 3 day
You eat,
3
you
days
eat every
or
day, don't you?
well, I do eat every day. So it means as often as you eat, you need the insulin to process.
Essentially, yes. They need insulin every day. So that's type 1 diabetes, and it happens at any age.
Doc, viewers, at this point we need to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Stories help the mind to travel miles, see places, and gain new experiences. At Joave Media, we tell you stories in the most brilliant way using state-of-the-art equipment. Our range of services include documentaries, TV commercials, TV series, movie productions, television production, photography, music videos, drone services, graphics design, and many more. Contact us on 024 760 3028 or email joavemedia@gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Joave Media will deliver your desire.
Welcome back from that commercial break, and you are watching the Father's Lounge Show, where we inspire men onto responsible fatherhood. Listen, Christmas is just around the corner, and very soon you'll be doing shopping. People will be buying. So if you're out there and you have any goods or wares to sell, come to Joave Media. Let's deliver your desire. Let's help you to reach your target audience and help you clear those goods as quickly as possible, because there's no time to waste. Come to Joave Media and we'll sort you out. And I've told you, if you're doing any business and there's nobody listening or there's nobody who is aware of it, you are just like that gentleman winking at a girl in the dark. You think she sees you, but only you know what you are doing. So come to Joave Media. I bet you we will deliver your desire. Okay, so back into the studios, we are having a wonderful time here, and I believe you are also learning. So if you're enjoying the discussion, please don't hesitate to give us your comments. Share your views with us in the comment section, whether you are watching us via Facebook or YouTube, and we'll be glad to interact with you. So Doc, you just gave us the foundation, or I think the fundamentals, the type 1 diabetes. Please take us to type 2.
So type 2 diabetes, which is actually the more common form, is similar to type 1 diabetes. But in this case, the pancreas is working all right.
Okay.
But the insulin, which is supposed to help the glucose to enter the cells, is being resisted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the insulin is not working as it should.
Okay, so pancreas is there, is producing insulin.
Yes.
Insulin is coming well,
It's coming, and sometimes even more than normal.
more than normal.
Yes,
But this
at the
time,
initial stage.
there is a prevention.
Exactly.
Some
Something
people
is
have,
blocking.
there's a barrier.
There's a barrier. There are land guards. There are soldiers.
There are soldiers. Land guards are interrupting the free flow.
The insulin from working.
How do we deal with this?
So one of the important things that causes what we call insulin resistance,
Okay.
that's actually the medical term for
All right.
it, is obesity.
Oh,
So that's one of the factors that causes insulin resistance.
okay. If you are becoming
You are
obese,
becoming obese.
Okay.
Fat collection in particular parts of the body.
the
So
body.
just becoming bigger than you should.
you should. Okay.
That's one of the factors that cause insulin resistance.
Mm,
So that's the problem with type 2 diabetes.
Okay.
It's insulin resistance
Okay.
as compared to type 1.
All right.
And type 2 diabetes is much more common than type 1 diabetes. And that's what you tend to find in the the adults population.
Okay.
If you go to the hospital, that's the most common form of diabetes that
Okay.
you find.
Okay. That's the diabetes, the obesity aspect.
That's the type 2 diabetes.
Type 2.
I'm just talking about the factors that increase
Okay.
the insulin resistance,
All right.
with fats being one of them.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
so that's type 2 diabetes in simple terms.
So if your body weight is becoming out of proportion, it means you should be raising some alarm.
It should. It should. So actually, that's one of the ways that they treat type 2. We manage type 2 diabetes. We ask patients to lose weight.
Oh, okay.
And in other parts of the world, people actually have what we call bariatric surgeries. I don't know if
Okay.
you have heard about that.
I think
before.
I've heard.
Where they reduce the size of, they have special operations to reduce their stomach size,
Oh,
so that they lose weight.
wow.
And in some cases, with that, your diabetes can even be very, very well managed. Can go away to some extent.
All right,
Yes.
all right, Doc. So now let's come home with it. How does this really affect men and father? I mean, since we are on the Father's Lounge show, how does this really affect men?
So first of all, you need to know who gets diabetes. Now we are all at risk.
Okay.
Okay. But like hypertension again, the important risk factor, one of the important risk factors in diabetes, is it in your family or not?
Or not? Okay.
So you need to find out.
Okay.
If it's in your family, all hope is not lost.
Okay.
The things you can do are similar to hypertension.
All right.
Don't gain too much weight.
Okay.
Eat healthy. Eat a balanced diet. Regular exercise. These are the basic. Avoid stress.
Okay.
Don't stress yourself out too much. These basic things cover for practically almost all diseases in the world. So that is the first step.
Okay.
Recognize your risk factors for it,
okay.
and then put in steps to prevent yourself from getting it. So
All
start
right.
with the good habits from now.
Okay.
Before you get older and these things are more difficult to do.
Eating healthily.
Eating healthily,
Exercising. All right.
not gaining too much
Too
weight.
much weight.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And as I mentioned with the insulin resistance, it has a lot to do with the weight.
Okay.
So if you can put in effort not to gain too much
Too
weight,
much weight. It
that would be
really,
good.
it
But
really
you need to
helps.
start. You need to start early.
Okay, okay. So apart from the weight gaining, what other symptoms should one look out for?
Okay, so weight gain is not a symptom of diabetes.
It is not.
It's not. But some
Okay.
people can gain weight, but it's not a.
Doesn't mean that you have diabetes.
It doesn't mean that you have diabetes.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
you
That is clear.
if you have a risk for it, try and achieve and maintain a healthy weight.
Okay.
Now the symptoms, going back to how I described high glucose in the blood, it may make it a little bit easier to understand the
Understand.
symptoms.
Okay.
So if you have something that is very high in your system,
Okay.
what do you think the body will try and do about it? I'm asking you now.
Oh, okay. I mean,
If
to
you have
find a
something
way
which
of
is very high,
to find a way of clearing it.
very good. That's excellent. So that's what happens in diabetes and results in the symptoms, some of the symptoms.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you have a lot of sugar in your blood, it has to come out some way.
Some way.
And it comes out in the urine.
Okay.
So one of the symptoms that people with diabetes have, which is not controlled, well controlled, is they tend to urinate a lot.
Oh, okay.
They tend to urinate because the body is trying to get rid of the excess glucose.
That sounds like a defensive mechanism of the body, or I mean, as a way of bringing the body back to shape.
You can look at it that way. So the sugar is very high in the blood. It overwhelms the body's systems, and then
Okay.
it comes out in the urine.
Okay.
So people with diabetes, which is not well controlled, tend to urinate a lot.
Frequently.
And because they urinate frequently, they are always thirsty. So they tend to drink a lot of water. So, I mean, there are people out there who do what is called water therapy.
Okay.
I don't necessarily subscribe to that. Drink as you should.
Okay.
But if somebody is always drinking water and always thirsty, it should raise some
Raise
alarm,
some concerns.
raise some concern.
Okay.
Definitely, if the weather is hot and you're sweating a lot,
That
you'll
is
be thirsty.
normal.
That is normal. But if you are always drinking a lot and always urinating a lot, you should be
Okay.
you should be concerned. So
All right.
this is one of the classic
Okay.
symptoms of diabetes
Okay.
that even our forefathers knew about.
All right. All right. And one of the ways the body will use to get rid of it is
It's
the
because
frequent.
Yes, you urinate because the body has been overwhelmed with glucose.
Okay. So it means that if you haven't drunk too much water, I mean, the weather is not that hot that you should be drinking too much water, but you feel the air to be passing urine frequently, it should raise an
You should
alarm.
be concerned. You should go to the nearest hospital.
Go have yourself
and then
checked.
go and have yourself checked.
Okay.
Now, in the same vein, as I explained earlier on, diabetes, the insulin is either not being produced in type 1 or it's being resisted from working. The body will still have to find a way to give you energy.
Energy.
So what the body ends up doing is that it will take energy from another source.
Okay.
And it tends to take this energy from your muscles
Oh,
or your
okay.
fat.
Okay.
So some people with diabetes present with weight loss. So there are people with diabetes who are not discovered early, but they'll tell you that I've been losing weight for so long. I've been losing weight. I'm always hungry. That's another of the symptoms. They are always eating because the body is trying to get the energy, but it's not being made use of.
So it has to channel it, get it from a different source.
Yes. So first they'll eat a lot. They tend to eat a lot and they don't gain weight.
Okay.
And then when they eat a lot, they are losing weight at the same time. That's a paradox, isn't it?
Okay, sure.
So the body takes the muscles that are already in you and the fats to try and make energy for the body. So that's also one of the other symptoms of diabetes, weight loss.
Wow.
For some people.
Okay. You haven't really decided to lose weight, but
you are losing weight.
Who did you now phone? Interested.
Yes.
Okay.
That's one of the symptoms of diabetes.
Okay. Is there any other?
There are so many.
Okay.
It can also give you blurred vision.
Okay.
Diabetes affects the eyes.
The eyes.
Yes. One of the leading causes of blindness worldwide when it gets to the end stages.
Okay.
So people may either have blurred vision, they can't see well, or they can even go blind.
Wow.
And it also affects what we call the nerves.
Okay.
So the nerves are what make you feel.
Okay.
You know, if I pinch you right now, you feel pain. But in diabetics, especially when it's poorly controlled, it can affect the nerves such that they can step on a nail
and not feel anything.
And they don't feel it. Yes. So you may have known or you may have heard of people with diabetes who have had amputations. Yes, some people have had amputations above the knee or below the knee. And that's how it starts. They go outside, they step on a nail, they don't even notice that they stepped on a nail. So they come home and then they notice that there's a nail in my foot. And then because another problem with diabetes is because of the high sugar in the system, they have very poor wound healing.
Okay.
Their wounds don't heal well.
Okay.
So they treat, it doesn't go, then eventually it gets overwhelming, and they have to go and amputate.
Wow.
These are all symptoms.
Wow. Viewers, I'm overwhelmed with this insight, and I hope you are picking cues or you are picking lessons from this. Christmas is around the corner, and as men, as husbands, as fathers, there is a need for us to preserve our lives, and I believe this information is coming at a right time. So as you are eating and celebrating, mind you that you have to check the intake or whatever you are putting into your system. And as doctor has said, if you are experiencing any of these symptoms, this is the time for you to go get yourself checked out. All right, you're watching the Father's Lounge show, and here we inspire men onto responsible fatherhood. One of the ways to live a responsible life is by taking responsibility over your health. We're going for another commercial break. We'll be right back to round up.
Alright, what's up people out there, what's up GH, what's up Africa, and what's up the world? It's your boy Ricky Fame, and it's the test. Yeah, finally, I am here to tell you that within the apartment, yeah, I know you've waited for so long and you've been wondering when I will show you within the apartment. I'm here to break the good news to you that within the apartment is showing on Joe Eve TV online on the 19th of September 2020. You don't want to get it twisted, you don't want to miss it for anything. And one most important thing about this is that you get to be part of the show because there's going to be in-depth studio interactions. Within the apartment is showing on the 19th of September 2020, exactly 3 p.m. Yeah, 3 p.m. on the dot. Showing on Joe Eve TV online. You don't want to get it twisted, you don't want to miss it. Charlie, if you miss out, wait till you gain. You got to make it time and watch within the apartment.
Welcome back once again, viewers, and we are just about rounding up. If you are just joining us, well, you've missed the whole lot, but thank God for technology. You could always go back and play this episode right from the beginning. It's the Father's Lounge show, and here we inspire men onto responsible fatherhood. The topic for discussion today has been diabetes. I've already said that Christmas is just around the corner, and diabetes is one of the stressful health condition that you can ever find yourself in. And so it's high time men, we took responsibility over our health and live long for our families. And so, Doc is here. We're going to round up pretty soon. But hey, the station is Joyeve TV, where we deliver your desire. Christmas is just around the corner. So if you are looking for anywhere to do business, you want any media house to help you sell your products, come to Joyeve Media. We will deliver your desire. We are ready for business and our doors are always open. Just look at the numbers below the screen, call us, and let's get interactive. All right, Doc, there is this aspect of this diabetes I want us to, I understand that it has this sexual dysfunction, especially in men, and I want you to throw more light on that for us before we probably end up.
So that is true. Diabetes, as I mentioned, affects the nerves.
Okay.
It also affects blood vessels. I think it's so broad, I can't talk about everything.
Okay.
In order for a man to have a good and a normal erection, a normal and good erection, he needs both his nerves to be working well and his blood vessels to be working well.
Okay.
And diabetes affects both of them.
Oh.
So one of the problems men with diabetes have is erectile dysfunction,
Wow.
especially when it is poorly controlled.
Okay.
So it's a big problem that men with poorly controlled diabetes have.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, viewers, looks like that thing on your better than more. This where we also get our enjoyment from to that one to diabetes has gotten there.
So don't let it get to that stage. You can do something about it. But as I mentioned, detect it early. Catch it early before it gets to the complication stage. Because some of the complications can be difficult to manage well. But if you catch it early, you put in place the things that I've talked about, you can control it adequately.
Okay.
With the help of your doctor, your nurse, your ophthalmologist, a whole team. Diabetes is we call it multidisciplinary.
Okay.
A lot of people need to come together
All right.
for diabetes to be managed very well.
Okay.
Because it affects every part of the body,
All right.
from head to toe.
Okay.
So everybody needs to come together.
And I believe that there's someone watching and he thinks, oh, well, I'm not old. I mean, maybe diabetes. I haven't even gotten to that stage yet. Is there any age limit? Is there any age bracket where men are most prone to experiencing this condition?
As I mentioned earlier, type 1 diabetes can occur at
Even
any
in
age.
children?
Even in children.
Okay.
Type 2 diabetes, we tend to see it as people grow older.
Oh.
So as you are growing older, you are gaining weight.
Okay.
You should start, not that you should look out for it, but you should be on guard.
On
You
guard.
should be on guard, yes.
Okay.
Type
So
2
there's no
diabetes
there's no age specific.
I can't recall an age.
Okay.
of-
As you are
specifically.
growing, just be conscious.
As you are growing, be conscious, yes.
Hey.
After adolescence, but now it's even in adolescence, we are seeing diabetes, type 2.
Okay.
Even in adolescents, especially those who are very obese.
Okay.
Yes.
You know what comes to mind? Our school anthem comes to mind. Jin Shekan, Jin Shekan, Jin Shekan, Inyanum, Jin Shekan, Inyanum, Jin Shekan, Inyanum.
I don't want the disco boys and
Oh,
Prophet boys
whether
to-
they like it or not, this is. I mean, not to say I'm promoting infancy, but hey, it just comes to enforce the point that we are talking about. That
Yeah.
let's think ahead.
Think and look
Let's
ahead.
not say that because we haven't gotten there, we are still young, and so we can live any
That's
life.
a good point
any
because
lifestyle.
these things are habits.
Exactly.
If you don't form the good habits now, it's very difficult to form them later.
Wow.
So start now.
Doc, I couldn't thank you enough. I mean, you have thrown so much insight, even though the time is limited. I hope we're going to get you on the show more frequently so that you can be giving us more of this support. Because where the world is going now, fast food, sedentary lifestyle, we barely have time to exercise or even focus on our health. But hey, I believe everybody wants to live long and enjoy your family and enjoy the wealth that you are creating. If you gain all the money and diabetes takes you away, waiting you gain. Doc, your final words to our viewers.
My final words would be, these diseases are out there. They are associated with our changing lifestyles. Let's do the right things now. Let's teach our children how to eat healthy, how to exercise. Let's not glorify obesity.
Okay.
In the past, we used to think becoming very big.
Hey, when you are big, when you are gaining weight, that's why in a part of the world we say, "Charlie, the guy get do
Oscar,
Oscar," but it's not the case.
it's not necessarily the case.
Where all those of you who have received that accolade, please forget it. It doesn't mean that. Okay.
And let's live a holistically healthy life.
All right.
Mental, emotional,
right.
spiritual,
Okay.
physical.
Wow. Anybody out there you want to appreciate?
I thank God for my life and my wife and my family and my colleagues at work and you. Joy Media, I think you're doing a good job.
And we thank you for gracing our set for the second time. And I know this is not going to be the last time. We are going to receive you from time to time, as long as the Lord gives us life. Viewers, this is where time will allow us for today. I believe you have learned something from this episode. Stay safe. COVID is still around. Eat healthy. And forget about all the gaining weight and all the easygoing lifestyle. Charlie, let's live long to enjoy our families and our wealth. My name is William Iswan Sepa, Kwapro Deshe Korpe. One, you see that thing? Yes. So, until we come your way, same time next week, Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Stay safe.